everyone, this is Danielle and welcome to my channel, Looking to Lose VSG. Welcome to my week 2 post-op update. I'm really excited to be 2 weeks past surgery. I get to move on to pureed foods, but we'll get all into all of that in just a minute. First, let me give you my stats. My high weight in June of 2018 was 267 pounds. My surgery weight the day of surgery was 242.6 pounds, and my current weight today is 229 pounds, 0.8. That is a weekly loss of 5.4, which is really awesome, and a loss since surgery of 12.8. And then my total loss since I started the pre-op and surgical visits and all of that is 37.2 pounds. So that was a good week, I think. It definitely slowed down a little bit, but I mean, that's to be expected. You're not gonna lose that much every week, but I still think that 5.4 pounds is a really good loss. I went and saw my surgeon on Monday, and he said my incisions look really good, and he cleared me to start working out. And then I went to my bariatric clinic on Tuesday, and they measured me and they did all the weight measurements, and so I've lost a half an inch around my neck, and then in my midsection, the smallest part of my weight, I've lost 4 inches, which is awesome. It definitely helps to see the inches lost versus just the weight loss, because I can tell my clothes are fitting better, I just feel like I look nicer, and I've only lost a little bit of weight, technically, in the grand scheme of things. I'm going to lose more. So he did clear me to start working out, and I signed up at a local gym here, and had my first consultation with a trainer today. I don't think I'm going to use a trainer to begin with, because I grew up with my mom, who is very healthy and fit and, worked out and ate healthy and ate right and did all of that. So I know what to do. The issue's always been doing it, which I'm sure is the case for most things. So I am going to start out hopefully going 3 times a week. That's my goal, is 3 times a week, preferably on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and then 1 time during the week. And I'm going to start with your basic walking, elliptical, and then doing yoga on the weekends, just to get limber, build some strength, some core strength, some balance, and go from there. But I'm really excited about my gym because they have a lot of really cool classes to take. I really like the group exercise, so they have Caribbean dance mix and hip hop and Zumba and just a lot of really neat things. They even have a class where you beat on drums, and they're weighted drumsticks, and it's apparently a whole total body workout, and I'm really excited to take that class. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing the changes in the next, the coming months. So tomorrow's Thanksgiving. I'm a little nervous with it because there's gonna be lots of food, and I've already kind of planned out what I was going to have. I'm planning on having just some turkey pureed with gravy, and then mashed potatoes, and then hopefully some of the cranberry sauce if I can fit it all in. But I would love to hear what you guys are having. If you've made changes. I know that next year it's going to be a little different. I'm going to probably want to make some changes to what we have at Thanksgiving so that I have a better selection of healthy foods, because our typical Thanksgiving is turkey and mashed potatoes, steamed green beans, a salad, cranberry sauce, rolls, those kind of things. So I don't know if it's terrible. I mean, my mom makes a stuffing, regular stuffing, and she makes gluten-free stuffing, so it's not terrible, but I'd love to hear what everybody else is having for this Thanksgiving, and how you guys are doing. Some things that I've been struggling with. I just started pureed foods. I was so excited. I was so excited to start pureed foods because I'm tired of the liquids and not chewing my food. And I had higher expectations for what I was capable of. I had this grandiose idea that I could just eat and swallow food and there'd be no big deal and everything would be fine. I mean, obviously eating slowly, not taking huge bites, chewing up whatever I have, make sure it's even more pureed once I get it in my mouth. But it's definitely been a learning curve. My doctor, my bariatric clinic recommends volume versus ounces. So I can have up to a half a cup of food right now during this 2-week pureed diet. So the first thing I had was refried beans with a little bit of cheese, a little bit of guacamole, and like half a teaspoon of sour cream on top. And I was so excited about this. I was going to have it for lunch. It was going to be awesome. Yeah, it didn't go as well as I planned, and it was really, really frustrating to look down and see this small container of food and then not be able to eat it. So for me, I've not thrown up yet. Some people do throw up, but I associate throwing up with like violent, throwing up. Mine has been like I ate the refried beans and the cheese and everything, and it's like I got to a point where I just felt like it didn't go into my stomach, and I was burping but almost spitting up, and it wouldn't go down. And so I had to go and like whatever I spit up, kind of just spit it out into the toilet and then move on, because it wasn't fitting into my stomach. So it's definitely been a learning curve, because then so I eat 4 times a day, half a cup. So at lunch, that's what I had. And then at 4 o'clock, I had like one of those small containers of cottage cheese. And that went down well, and everything sat fine in my stomach, and I didn't feel like I needed to spit anything out or that it didn't sit well. So that was positive. It was just that, first meal, I was so excited about it. I then came home and had dinner, and I made that ricotta bake, which I was super excited about. It's a little bit, I don't know if I did it wrong, and if you guys have good recipes for this, please share it, because the one I had was kind of loose, and it was runny almost, and I wanted it to be a little bit more firm to begin with. I know it's pureed, but I thought with putting the egg in there it would tighten everything up, but it didn't. And again, that I could only have the amount I put on my plate, which was maybe half a cup, because it needed to just sit, because it had tomato sauce on it, so it kind of just needed to sit and not do anything So it's been a struggle, not a hunger struggle, but definitely a mental struggle to get through and understanding what fits in my stomach comfortably. Because some things I'm sure just aren't going to, and I'm just not going to be able to eat them until everything heals and I get further along than 2 weeks. In regards to eating, I have a newfound, no, not a newfound, I am burping, and I'm burping a lot. If there's air that gets into my stomach while eating or drinking, my stomach is like, no, you need to get that shit out of my system now, and I start burping, and they are deep, grown men burps. Like, I have never been a huge, burper per se. And if I do, I've always been able to make them quiet or, stifle them, be a lady and all that. But these are just serious. Like, my husband is giving me props, because he's like, that's a burp right there. Learning how to not do that in public, because it's embarrassing. But it's definitely a new thing that I've got to cope with. It's definitely new. But yeah, if a air bubble, and that's another thing, don't swallow air while you're eating or drinking, because it hurts and it sits in your stomach like a rock, and it's just like, I have got to get this out before it causes serious pain. I'm at the point where it's like, I might swallow an air bubble and then it hurts right in my chest, and it's really uncomfortable to move around and adjust. So it's definitely teaching me to slow down, not eat as quickly as I used to. And I didn't think I was a fast eater before, but I'm definitely slowing down, taking my time, enjoying every bite, and I'm much pickier about what I'm taking a bite of, because like I said, if it's not going to fit and I'm not going to get to eat the things that I want to eat, I'm going to make sure it tastes good. And I'm not going to eat things just because it's there, because, you know, I mean, I was talking to my mom about Thanksgiving tomorrow, and we typically have like black olives and green olives and pickles and cucumbers and veggies out before the actual meal as kind of like a snack, because we don't have Thanksgiving at lunchtime. We have it at 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So at lunchtime, there's things out for people to snack on. I can't snack on food, because if I do that, then I'm not going to be able to have turkey and mashed potatoes and gravy. I'll just get the black olives or green olives or whatever I choose to snack on. So I've got to really take my time, think about what I'm eating, not eat mindless. But it's hard. I haven't cried about it this week, but I've definitely been emotional about it. I've definitely had those moments of wanting to go into my little pity party because I can't have what I want, but then I try and think about, you know, all the benefits that are coming, that are going to happen. So it's definitely challenging. When I went to the bariatric clinic on Tuesday, I told them that I do plan on making another appointment with my therapist there, because I think it's going to be important as I get further along to definitely talk about my issues with food. I know that I'm addicted to food. I know that that's something that I've battled with. Growing up, I know I was rewarded with food. When I was sad, I got food. When we were happy, we had food. If I got a shot, I got ice cream. So those habits are hard to break. They're definitely hard to overcome, because it just becomes ingrained in you as something that you do. So we'll see. We'll definitely be keeping up with the therapist in that regard. Like I said, I went to the gym today and I met with a trainer, and I have found that because I grew up with my mom, who was super healthy, I didn't learn anything new, and I'm not surprised. I've always been very aware of my weight and aware of how to get it off, and he was shocked. Because as you know, at this stage, you're not eating a lot of food, and I've been tracking my food. I'm taking about 450 calories a day, and he was concerned. He asked me if I talked to my nutritionist. It's like, yes, I'm in contact with a nutritionist. This is normal, but he was definitely like, that's not enough calories to sustain a person, which I know. So we'll see how it goes. I'm looking forward to these next few days off. I plan on resting and recovering more. I did go back to work, like I said in my last video, and it was good. I had 2 days last week and 2 days this week, and yeah, I mean, everything seemed pretty good. Last week was hard because I wasn't eating that much, so I was kind of tired. I was only on liquids, so I couldn't eat food. I was just drinking my soups and my protein shakes and all that, and you get tired of that food. So the first day I worked a half a day, and then Friday I worked all day, and then we had Monday and Tuesday. So we have the next 5 days off, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to, you know, relaxing, going to the gym, kind of figuring out where things are, and yeah. So I would love to hear how your holidays go. If you have any favorite workouts at the gym, I would love to hear those and share them with me. Maybe I'll try them out. If you have any really great recipes for the pureed stage, I would love them, because I did the ricotta bake, and that's good. I'm going to have to modify my refried beans thing to try and make it a little less difficult to swallow. But I will definitely let you all know. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving with your family and your friends, and Please don't forget to hit like and subscribe down below and follow me on my journey. And I hope you have a great week and spend it with the ones you love.